Oye clase, hoy vamos a aprender de la página 63 a 64, el objeto directo. Entonces, por favor, saquen ustedes sus libros de textos y ábrenlos a estas páginas. Primero vamos a repasar. El objeto directo asks the questions who or what after a verb. For example, we would say, you all wait for the bus. You all is the subject. Wait for is the verb. Who or what do you wait for? The bus. The bus becomes your direct object. In Spanish, it would be ustedes would be your subject. Esperan is your verb. And el autobús is your direct object. It is what you are waiting for. Direct object pronouns take the place of a direct object. So we would substitute the bus for the word it. Our substituting words, our direct object pronouns are these: me, te, lo, la, nos, os, los, las. Me means me. Te is you. Lo and la, be careful, do not mean he and she. It means him and her, you formal, or it. Nos is us. Os is you all. Los and las can be you all, depending on whether you all is a guy, you all a girl, you all mixed group. And then also them, feminine, masculine as well. In a single verb construction, your placement will also change. Notice the sentence, we buy them. Let's say the them that we're talking about is pencils, los lápices. Here's our subject, and here's our verb. This is the direct object. Who or what do we buy? Them. Them, because it's masculine and plural, will be substituted with los. It's masculine and it's plural. And it will also go before your verb. So it would be los compramos. You love him. Let's look at our chart. The word for him is lo. And it's going to go before the verb. So it would be lo amas, or tú lo amas. I need her. What's the word for her? Look at our chart. Singular, feminine. It goes before the verb. La necesito, or yo la necesito. Either one would be correct. If you were going to ask a question, it would be the same construction. Do you watch it? You is the subject, watch is the verb, it is our direct object. Who or what is being watched? And we're talking about el partido de fútbol, the soccer game. So this changes to our object pronoun, singular, masculine, lo. All we need is two words. For do you watch it? We can express that 4 words in English, but just 2 in Spanish. So, lo miras. Does she hear it? The noise, el ruido. Here is going to be conjugated. It agrees with she. This is the verb. It is the direct object. Oye is the word for she hears. So we say, lo oye. And do they sell them? They is the subject. Sell is the verb. Them is the direct object. In this case, we're going to talk about las bicicletas. Now we need a feminine plural substitute. A feminine plural direct object would be las. Las venden, or las venden ellos is how you would say it. Let's look at other constructions that we can use for direct objects. Notice that in the previous examples, all of those had single verb constructions. That is, there was only one verb in the construction. On this page, page 64, you're going to see double verb constructions. What that means is that now there's more than two or more verbs in a sentence. So for example, I want is the verb, I is the subject. To see is also a verb. And now we have the direct object. And the it that we're talking about is la película, the movie. I want to see it. In this case, we have 2 options of how we can write it. We can say it, quiero ver la, Or we could say la quiero ver. And either one is exactly correct. We are watching it. Again, we have one subject, two verbs, and our direct object. It is el programa, so we can either say estamos mirándolo, and it gets attached, if you notice, attached to the second verb. If you attach it to the second verb in the first example, make sure that you don't do it with the second one. It's going to come before the verb. So here it's lo estamos mirando. Are you going to clean it? You as a subject, going to, clean, both are verbs. It's, let's say we're talking about el dormitorio, which is going to be masculine. Vas a limpiarlo. You see that it's attached to the second verb. Here's our verbs, here's our direct object. Or you can switch it and say lo vas a limpiar. Whichever one comes easiest for you is the one you should use on your tests or on quizzes. Either one will be perfectly acceptable. There is no particular way that I would have you do it. All right, and the last idea that we're going to discuss is the placement of direct objects with affirmative and negative commands. If you tell somebody, do it, here is your verb, and then it is your direct object. What you're going to do is also attach this to the verb. This is an affirmative command. You are telling somebody, do it. Hazlo. One word. Say it. Remember, these are your irregular two commands. Dilo. Here's your direct object. Put them on the table. You would say, ponlos, verb, direct object, one word, en la mesa. And note that lo is used to express a neutral idea or thing. So if you say do it, and you're not exactly referring to anything specific, you would use the word lo. And same with say it. You can't express that it's an exact thing, it's an idea, so use the word lo. In a negative construction, however, everything is going to be flip-flop. So make sure you remember this construction. Instead of saying hazlo, you're going to say no lo hagas. Because now we have our negative word. Your object pronoun must go before your verb in this case. And then remember your irregular to form of a negative verb. Remember how you have to change that around. So don't say it would be no lo digas. Here's your object pronoun. Digas is your verb. Don't put them on the table would be no los pongas en la mesa. You can see that in every single one of these sentences, the los or lo, the object pronoun, comes before the verb. Whereas in an affirmative command, the object pronoun goes after the verb and attached to it. Alright, clase, buena suerte y hasta la próxima vez.